I cannot stand how, well, dudes especially can sit like this. This to me is the most frustrating thing in the world. First of all, I can't even get into the position without lifting my junk, so I look like a sexual predator immediately. Then I can't like get my leg over without yanking on my own pants. Then like I'm here, right? I'm in the position, it makes sense, I look as though I'm super comfortable. My calf, which was here, is now pushed like 45 degrees that way. The kneecap is digging into this calf to the point where if I stay here for too long, I'll give myself a dead leg. So then when I'm listening to you talk, but I'm also thinking like, is what we're talking about valuable enough that I'll lose feeling in my foot? Possibly nerve damage, possibly for the rest of my life, I don't know, I'm not a doctor. Then I'm stuck here because I can't get out unless like something hits me. The only comfortable way conceivably is to sit like this, but then I'm leaning all the way over to the side like that. I'm flashing my entire butt cheek, which also feels ridiculous. And even though I look like I'm comfortable, I feel like I'm gonna fall over, legitimately just like fall out of my chair this way. It's insane. See, my calf's already starting to hurt. I can't feel it. Then I sort of have to uncross, resettle everything, pull my pants down, because they're riding up, because that's the way that it just works when your pants come up like that. I can't sit like this because I'm super self-conscious about the bulge, my like junk bulge. Now if I was to cover it, the only real way to do it is like this. And now it just looks like I'm grabbing my own junk. So either I'm letting my junk hang out or I'm grabbing my junk in public. Either way, I'm like a sexual demon. This is insane to me. This puts so much stress on my knee. My knee feels like it's gonna rip out of its entire leg. This feels like a weird medieval torture thing. The only way I can possibly stay like this is this hand. This is the secret hand. I have a death grip on my own ankle here. And not only that, it brings in the whole sock conundrum, because then I like to wear ankle socks. So people, no matter what, they're gonna say something. They're gonna make fun of me for not wearing high socks. I'm sorry, I have leg hair. Like, you have long hair. Do you wear a ski hat all the time? No, it's not comfortable. So I have to have a death grip on here and I have to push this knee down. So I'm putting all this stress on my knee. I feel like I'm gonna tear ligaments. Is that what we're coming to now? I have to rip my knee in shreds just to look like I'm like cash and comfortable. I used to like to sit like this a lot, but then I got these jeans and they kept having a hole in the middle of the crotch where the seams hit, and then it was like I was just flashing everyone my underwear anyway. It's like there's no way to sit without looking like an absolute demon. Some people sit like this with a foot under their butt. If you're sitting like this, you look like a minstrel. I'm expecting you to pull out a mandolin and tell me a fable immediately. I used to really like sitting like this with one shoe vertical and the other shoe like placed on top of it. Then I realized all my shoes are getting real muddy and dirty and everything, and it was my own fault. When people sit like this with their feet crossed under them, completely suspended in the air, and like you're a witch. And not to say anything bad about witches, I like witches. They can be good witches, bad witches, whatever. Maybe you can turn me into a cat so I can finally sit comfortably. Doing YouTube videos or whatever, I figured out that this is the most attractive way you can sit, but it's also the least comfortable. Whereas this is the most comfortable. But no one in their right mind looks good like this. You look like a fucking hedgehog. I've seen people sit like this. It feels like I was falling and the chair appeared beneath me. Maybe that was the witch. See, I told you, they're not all bad. Unless you're Nicki Minaj, this one's not gonna work at all. My leg's already shaking. I mean, this is impractical as fuck. Sometimes I can sit like this with my legs extended and crossed at the end, but then it all sort of depends on what you do with your hands. For example, this looks like you're watching people have sex. This looks like you're the Godfather and you're watching somebody get whacked. The only real way to do it is like this. But then if I move at all, I'm completely uncomfortable. Nobody looks cool anyway sitting in a chair. Well, except for like Don Draper or everybody on Game of Thrones, I suppose. Well, there you go. That's the secret to the show. It's an entire show about people sitting in chairs. Have you ever seen a dog sitting in the chair? It's awesome. Who could be like, what's more comfortable than this, right? AC Slater doesn't make any sense. I'm doing a split right now. It's ridiculous. People like, I've explained this to people before and they're like, man, you put a lot of thought into this. Yeah, every day. What is this video supposed to be about anyway?